Good morning, everyone. Again, I do apologize for the disturbance. What I was trying to finish up is when I got disturbed by the shipper. What I wanted to talk about is the hub itself. What I've experienced before, my experiences I speak of. We have two gaskets here. Both gaskets hold the oil within this hub. The surface gasket, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. So if you ever think about replacing the gasket here, yes you can. But the problem is you may break these screws because they've been sitting there for a long time. So my suggestion is to leave it alone. You can't change unless otherwise you're going to have to re-drill a hole, re-thread it, and put the screw in to secure it. Then again, it is a risk because you may still drip oil if it's not really properly done. Now on the other hand, the inner part of the gasket is the bigger gasket, which you're able to change it once you have to remove this. Now then again, you have a leak, you're going to have to remove it, drain the oil, put a cap on the bottom like a piece of bucket, and they sell them separately. Drain the oil inside, remove it slowly as the oil drips. Clean the surface real nice. Clean the hub surface real nice. Then you're going to have to place a special glue. Then you're able to push in, tighten these back with the gasket in it. Now some of us use glue or some of us just leave it alone. But mostly you leave it alone, you don't put any, because that's what I've seen. Now what I've experienced before is when I saw there was a leak, I tried to remove the screw and I went to a TA stop and tried to buy the gasket. The gasket I purchased. I was happy. Came back and I tried to remove the screw and guess what? It broke. Then it broke the second one. Then it wasn't able to remove the third one and I gave up. So what I did was I found a dealer and I bought one. The whole hub for like $20. That's all it goes for. Hassle-free, headache-free. In my opinion, is the best way to go with a brand new hub. These hubs are very important to hold the oil inside. You must check if your oil is just about here. And if you have less oil, it gets lesser and lesser, then it means that you have to replace the hub because you have someplace a leak. It's possible a seal leak. When you do have a seal leak in the back, yes, you will have a leak where you're going to lose oil. So either way, the first gasket, the second gasket, and the seal in the back. So if you have these 1, 2, and 3, you have a leak here, forget about changing the gasket. If you have a leak here, forget about changing the gasket because you're going to break the screws. If you do have a leak from here, you do have a chance to replace it. Just remove it, drain the oil, place it in, and you're done. Doesn't take much. So basically when I say you, a mechanic, don't tell him to change that because it's not worth it. This, yes. This, no. Now, if you see it once again, you see that you do have an oil drainage, which means this oil is getting lesser and lesser, then you have a seal leak. So you have to look into that. Well, and that's going to be all for today. This is the hub. Once again, this is very important to keep an eye on. The oils are very important. Otherwise the bearings may freeze. Your wheel will lock up. Once the wheel locks up at a 65 miles an hour, if you do not have the oil inside, basically what happens is you will be jackknifing. And you don't want to be in that position when you do jackknife. So thank you for watching. Kenworth on the Run. Stay tuned for more tiny little special videos.